Hi guys, I wanted to come on here real quick. I was just getting ready. I just woke up, just getting ready to go outside to let my dog out. Yep, that dog right there. I wanted to come on because I'm not going to pull cards on this. Maybe later I'll do another video. But I wanted to come on really quickly. Oh, and I meant to look up something too, so hang on a minute. To talk about the shooting in Texas. Hang on. Because I wanted to see something. I'm sorry, hang on. I should have done this before. Okay, yes, okay. That's what I wanted to see. All right. So, it's early in the morning. Like I said, I just woke up to hurry up and go let my dog out. And, you know, I woke up immediately thinking, like a lot of people are probably doing, about the shooting at the school, the elementary school in Texas, the shooting. My intuitive hit is that, and I did watch 3 videos this morning, so it's 7, I don't know if you could see that, 7:29 in the morning. Okay. May 25th. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that. But I did watch 3 videos because I just wanted to, you know, check to see if there was anything new before I say what I intuitively think. One video did mention about the grandmother and a witness, like a neighbor, that said that shooter and the grandmother were fighting about graduation. I guess him not graduating or something to that effect. However, being a teacher, he would have known that he wasn't going to graduate probably for at least 2-3 weeks. You know, you just don't find out 3 days before the end of school that you're not graduating. That's just not how it works, because you have to, he's 18, and obviously, I guess if he found out he wasn't graduating, he's in high school still, and you have to order your gown and all that kind of stuff. And you also have to pay dues if you still owe dues for something. So who knows why he wasn't graduating? But that's what the report said. A neighbor said that's why they were fighting. So, besides that, before I even knew about that, my intuitive hit was that this 18-year-old, the shooter, my intuitive hit was that he, you know, because why? Like, why? Okay? Just right off the bat, I don't think this was a planned attack for that elementary school. Okay? So that brought me back to why. Okay, so then it brought me back to, obviously, you know, the first things they said is that he shot his grandmother. And I've heard that she didn't, you know, she was struggling, but then a lot of things have reported that she passed on. Hopefully she gave some insight to the police, and they're just not telling us and stuff. So there was a conflict with the grandmother. So I really don't think that it was planned for him to go commit this mass murder at this elementary school. So why would he fight with the grandmother? So intuitively, and this could just be logically, you know, it's 2 days before the end of school. He's 18, he's in high school. I'm thinking that him and the grandmother got into an argument, maybe something that they had previously talked about. Maybe the grandmother had said, you know, either you are moving out when you're 18. You know, who knows what goes on behind closed doors. I know one report yesterday was saying that friends or acquaintances of him were saying that there was nothing sketchy about him. You know, they wouldn't have pictured him to do this kind of mass shooting. So between him and the grandmother, I believe that she had kind of given him some ultimatums. Possibly he abused alcohol, you know, quietly to himself. Maybe he was an alcoholic. Maybe drugs, I don't know. But I believe there was something that he was doing behaviorally, you know, a toxic behavior, some type of addiction, maybe alcohol, that the grandmother was not, you know, on board with. She was trying to raise him right and do the right things for him. So, being that he was living under her roof for whatever reason, I believe that she kind of gave him an ultimatum. Like, when you graduate high school, you either A, get into a rehab program for your drinking problem, or you get a full-time job, you know, maybe those two things, and enroll in school, and you have to work full-time, go to school full-time, okay, maybe those two things. And if you don't do either of those two things, like if you feel that you don't have a drinking problem, fine, okay, if you don't get enrolled into like a 30-day program, inpatient, then you need to enroll in junior college, get a full-time schedule, get a full-time job. You know, who knows if he had a job or not. I'm not thinking that he did, but those are your two choices. If you don't pick those two choices, then you have to leave my residence, my house. So I feel that that was the grandmother had told him this prior. Again, I don't think it was because of the fact he wasn't graduating for whatever reason, because he would have already known that. Okay, so I think the tip-off point was that they got in the argument again, him and his grandmother, about, okay, 2 days, you're graduated, you're gone, or you know, I'm taking you to that detox program in their town or whatever, I'm dropping you off there. Because you haven't signed up for junior college and you haven't done any interviews for jobs. You know, those are your three options. The job and the schooling you didn't even sign up for, so we're either going to the rehab or you're moving out. So I feel that was the big argument with the grandmother. Now, today, when I saw the one video, it said that he ordered these 2 assault rifles for his birthday. And his birthday was May 16th, I think. He turned 18. So, now, I don't think he ordered those to go commit mass murder. You know, I think, you know, a lot of people like guns. A lot of people want guns, you know. You know, maybe it made him feel powerful, you know, just, who knows what, the reasons he I don't think he was a hunter, but who knows why he wanted those guns. But I really don't think this was premeditated to go to the elementary school. Now, I feel he probably went to the elementary school, like, when he was younger. So anyway, he got in a fight with the grandmother. She was like, you're moving out 2 days, or we're going to the rehab 2 days. He got pissed off, and he was like, fuck this bitch. You know, shot her, hoped to kill her. You know, I guess maybe the police were called, the police got on, you know, I don't think she died right away, so maybe she called 911, and police came, you know, and he sped off in his truck. Neighbors across from the school said they saw the truck speed by, you know, which was no big deal because, you know, people speed by my house all the time. But he crashed, which maybe he could have been drinking too, you know, which would elevate the whole mood thing and just erratic behavior and aggression, you know, if he did have an alcohol problem. So, but anyway, so he sped and he accidentally crashed the truck in that spot. Did you see the wheels on that thing? They were crooked, so maybe, I don't know if he rolled, but I didn't see the top caved in, but he really damaged that truck. So now the police are after him. He crashed his truck. Like, he was just thinking, you know, I got my rifles in the car. I got my truck. I got some gas. I'm just going to head out, you know, get out of Dodge, basically. Get out of Texas, wherever he thought he was going. And I'm just going to be like Brian Laundrie. Where is Brian Laundrie? And skip town. But it happened. He got in an accident and Amelia, no licking, crashed the car. So he had to get out. He couldn't just stay there. The police were after him. Closest building, the school, the elementary school. He probably went there. He knew the layout. He knew the school. He got in. The police caught up with him. Probably were chasing him into the school because they said they were shooting at him. He got in the school and I guess he started shooting. And the police came in behind him, were shooting, and then he was shooting them, the police, because 2 of the police got shot. And he continued to shoot. Now, they said he was shooting in the classrooms, and I don't know why in my mind's eye, it was children in a gymnasium. And I don't know why I keep seeing deceased children laying all over a gymnasium floor. So, but they kept saying classroom, so I guess that my vision's wrong on that. And then when I first saw the news of it, you know, and they showed the back door, they showed a door, I don't know if it was a back door, and they showed a spot on the ground, and I knew that is where he had got killed. So I thought that was the gymnasium that he was like coming out of, maybe to run. And then, but there was paper scattered all over. So, and I did see a clip of a video of him coming out that back door, wherever that was. Because initially I was thinking, what were all those papers? So I don't know if he, as he was leaving, if he picked up a child's backpack. You know, like a little, like a Superman, you know, like, or whatever, Hulk, or some little boy's backpack, to make it look as if he had a child, or was holding a child, or to hide a gun, or so that the police wouldn't shoot him thinking he was holding a child. I really hope he didn't grab a child and run out with a child. However, on that video, I saw him standing there. They showed a little, like in a picture that someone zoomed in and saw him coming out that door and standing there. So I hope he didn't come out with a child. But the papers, so I felt it was, you know, it looked like kids, you know, school backpack exploded. It might have been his backpack with a lot of papers in it. I don't know, but it kind of just looked like because when I first saw it, I was like, what is all those papers? I feel like a backpack exploded. But I knew someone had died there, and I was thinking it must have been the shooter, logically, because coming out the door. And so I feel like he grabbed a backpack to make it look like he was carrying a child so that they wouldn't shoot him. So I hope he wasn't carrying a child. So, and again, why did he shoot all these people? Well, he's in this panic, hyper aggravated, aggressive, hyper, kind of almost knowing that he's not going to make it, or he's going to go to jail. Maybe not knowing he's going to get killed, but he's going to get caught. So again, in society, not in society, but like the car that ran through the parade, and he probably was depressed, obviously. When you have nothing else to lose, why not go out in a blaze of glory? You know, I mean, that is not correct, but this is because it's like a perpetuating cycle, you know, that started back in Columbine. You know, anyone that has even a trigger capability of doing this type of thing, this type of horrendous, chaotic mass murder, they see the publicity that the other teenage male shooters have gotten. So it's like, in their demented mind, it's like, if I'm gonna go down, let me go down and take everybody down and be a legend. Or, you know, I mean, it's sick. It's sick. So that's, I don't think it was a planned attack on that elementary school. It was wrong place, wrong time. And again, why? You know, I am going to pull this deck. It's Loving Words from Jesus. I'm going to pull it. And if you're not religious, I apologize. I don't want to pull tarot cards right now because this is not, you know, I might later on. I will pull one of these just to see if we can get kind of some spiritual message on this, just for everybody. Just to see, you know, what Spirit has to say to us. But intuitively, what I'm getting also, and not that you ever want this to happen, but it's like, it's a wake-up call, people. It's a wake-up call. Like, just something has to change with this gun violence. You know, okay, it wasn't enough that people on the subway got shot. That wasn't enough to do anything. It wasn't enough that the Chinese in the church got shot. That wasn't enough to do it. Not mind you, all the previous school shootings. Not mind you, Sandy Hook with the 20 little kids, like even littler than this school. The grocery store. That's not enough. I mean, now God is having, not that God wants evil to happen, but and I'm not saying God made this happen, you know, it's the devil's work, but you know, it's putting it in our face, like God's showing you, like He is warning everybody. He is warning, like, guns kill. I mean, and yes, like, who should have a assault rifle? Like Biden said in his speech, like, the deer aren't like wearing, you know, military gear. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need a I don't think you need an assault rifle to kill a deer. You just need a rifle, right? I'm not a hunter, but you don't need a high-powered 100-round assault rifle or a pistol that has the capability to be an assault type weapon. So what can we do? What can we do? I don't have a gun. I don't like guns, you know. I've thought about getting one, you know, for protection. If I ever did, I would not carry it until I was a sharpshooter. Because if I'm carrying a gun, I'm carrying a gun to kill for my own life. If it's life or death, me or you, which I do not want to kill somebody. So I do not want to carry a gun. I'm just saying, if I ever did, I would not have it on my person unless I were a sharpshooter. One shot, you're done. Okay? But also, I was looking, what I looked up when I was looking on my phone, is I was looking what the picture looked like of the Sandy Hook killer, which was Adam Lands. Okay, so if you noticed, him, the supermarket shooter, and I think even Ethan Crumbly, they kind of all look the same. Now this shooter had darker hair, but the other three, and you know, I didn't go and look at all the, like, I think even the Columbine kid, one of them, they were all around 18. They were all brown, you know, crazy wavy hair, type shooters, all white, okay? Because a mass shooter is usually white, usually around 18-ish years old, okay? Don't quote me. I mean, I didn't look at every school shooting or every mass shooting. Now, I know the one in Texas with the concert, that was an older gentleman, whatever, but most of these mass shootings are male and teen males. White, brown hair, crazy hair. So, what can we do about this? And I was a teacher, so I've been in the school, and I actually taught severely behavior disordered students. That was what I taught. Explosive disorders, defiant disorders, you know, against authority disorder, you know, whatever. But so what I was thinking, okay, you know, there's a whole thing about the guns, okay? That's a whole big thing. But I would say, just in my opinion, okay, not that I'm anyone important, but in my opinion, I would say, well, now, the reason I'm going to say all these things is because I was a teacher, because I was also a juvenile probation officer, but also because I read an article somewhere a while ago that actually a child's brain, and the 18-year-old is still a child, even though legally they're kind of an adult, but they can't drink yet or anything like that, but a child's brain doesn't really grow fully, mature fully, especially to the empathy stage, until they're like 25. And girls might be a little younger, but I think boys are age 25 to have full empathetic skills. Okay, and if anyone remembers, if you're honest, if you remember when you're 18, life is all about you. I mean, the world is me, you know, at 18. Okay, so it's not about caring about another person. Now, of course, these shooters have gone to the extreme, but emotionally, their brain is not matured enough yet. So, I would raise the gun age to 25 because of the mental stability with the empathy thing. Okay? Also, if a parent has a gun in a home and the child is under 25 and uses that weapon to kill somebody, or some bodies, 1 or I think 4 is a mass murder, could be 5, but 1 to 5 to 20. If the child gets under 25, gets a hold of the parent's gun or a gun in the parent's home and kills somebody, that parent is liable. Just as if you have a party in your house on New Year's Eve for your child and their friends, and one of the kids in your house drinks alcohol, leaves your house, gets drunk, gets in an accident, you are liable. Same thing with the guns. Because we can't all, government, police, social workers, hover on every single child in this world under school age, under 18. We have to zero in on the home. Okay? So we need to zero in on the home. And maybe the gun people will be more willing to zero in on the home. So hold parents accountable. Okay? Now, as we're zeroing in on the home and raising the gun age to 25 and holding parents accountable if their child under 25 gets one of their guns and kills people or a person. Okay. In school. Okay? We're not going to just leave it up to the parents, So in school, starting at, in school, before you graduate, you meet with your counselor, school counselor, you should, most of them, and you do a career plan, a career assessment. You should. Okay, so what do you want to do when you graduate? Sometimes they usually take a test where, are you good at mechanics? Are you good at science? Are you good at language? Are you good at writing? Are you good at the medical field? You see what you're good at. And then they, you kind of do a career plan. I think it's called career planning. I don't know if it's voluntary or not. I don't, because I taught elementary. Well, I taught middle school, really. But, so starting at maybe 10, 11, and 12th grade. Starting at 10. Start doing this career planning, this assessment, what you're good at for the children in school. And also start implementing psychological tests. I know people might not like that. I took a psychological test to be a probation officer. With the black test, do you see a butterfly or do you see a skull killing people? Whatever tests that they do or they can come up with that can possibly pinpoint something in there. So a psychological test, the career counseling, I knew there was something else I was thinking. But start at 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. And and even maybe drug and alcohol assessments, and I'm already hearing in my brain, oh, that's invading our privacy, you're going in too deep with our personal lives and we have rights. Okay, what else do you got? What else can we do? Like that, the man in the Senate who was giving that speech. What are we doing? What are we doing? Sorry, my video stopped for a moment. Maybe that was my cue to end. So those are just my thoughts as a teacher, as a probation officer, as working in the juvenile justice system, working in special ed, working in, with students who have severe emotional disabilities too. I taught that also. narrowing in on the family, the parents, and in the schools. Bring it all into that. And not that I'm saying forget the whole gun thing, but lower the age, hold parents accountable, get evaluations, more evaluations done within the school. And again, it might not prevent some slipping through the cracks, but I think that is, in my mind, would make sense. And as I'm saying it, it's like, why hasn't everyone else thought of this? Like, I just don't understand. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, and hopefully there's no haters. I'm not trying to discriminate and say it's white males with brown hair. That's a little crazy. But that just seems to be the trend. Just to lighten up a bit, we had the black man that tried to do a mass shooting on the subway, shot everybody in the leg. Hopefully no one died on that one. And then we had the Chinese guy that shot whoever in the church. Hopefully no one died on that one. I haven't kept up on those two stories. But, so it didn't work for the black people. And it didn't work for the Chinese guy. And did you see that video with the Chinese? Just to lighten up a little here. So I saw the video. I only saw one video. The Chinese guy that was shooting in the church. And as I'm watching it, I see the two Chinese guys on top of him, and then I see this Chinese lady, with the outside extension cord. Because it's yellow, it's orange. Like, I don't think they make orange inside extension cords. I mean, maybe they were using it for the organ in the church, but I think Tim outside was edging the lawn, and they were holding the guy down, and the Chinese people were like, "Tell Tim to stop edging the yard. We need that electric cord." Who ties up people with an electric cord? So. And the little Chinese lady, she's handing the electric cord to the people. So if you're Chinese, you're gonna get tied up with an electric cord. So they got something going on there. And the blacks just don't go there. Blacks need to concentrate on stop shooting their own people. Okay, we need to work on that one. That's a whole nother video. But I was like, that's an outside electric cord. I mean, who thinks because you've seen people tackle like the shooter, like a big white guy, or a couple of black guy and another guy, and they're holding them down, but no one is like, "Tim, stop edging the church parking lot. Bring that extension cord in here. We need to tie this motherfucker up." I was like, who does that? I guess the Chinese do that. That's how they roll. Yeah, and then the pastor, I think, hit him over with the head with the chair. That's how they roll. All right. Let's just see what, anything we can say. Because we'll just see what card comes out for us here today. So, please tell us anything that can help guide the world today, please, Jesus. A message for everybody. I mean, it's like, I almost wasn't going to do a video because it really drains my energy. I mean, I really should probably stop watching the news because it's too much. One card, please. What can we tell the people, please? Even God doesn't want to speak. Okay, this one won't go back in. Okay, there's 3. Alright, so it says, I got 3. Wait, here's another one sticking out. I'm going to take it. I feel like this is something a priest would say to a family that's going through grief. I feel like a priest would say, sometimes we don't know the answers. Sometimes we're not supposed to know the answers. Sometimes our loved ones are paying, they're like soldiers in a war that paid the ultimate sacrifice to better humanity. They are soldiers. And, you know, Biden compared these little children to being on a battlefield. And I feel like that's, and I'm trying not to get emotional, because I just feel like that's the message, is that these children were our soldiers. They were put to fight this evil, this war of violence. They paid the ultimate price for our country. They are true patriots. These little soldiers, these little souls. So that's what I'm getting in my heart. But this is what the cards say. They say, take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for things of itself. And again, if you've seen my channel, I've never read the Bible, so, but that's one. And then it says, seek and you shall find. I've heard that many times in church. And this is God feeding the little lamb, his little lambs. All those children, they are little lambs. And the lamb is the one that was sacrificed, I think, in the Bible somewhere. The lamb is sacrificial. Sacrificial lamb is what I'm hearing. These children were sacrificial. For the world. Okay, seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So pray. God is watching. He's watching over us. As I've said in one video, I think we are living the book of Revelations right now. And I don't even know what that is, but that's what I say. And I think there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God. Unto you it is given to know. Okay, now I did watch a few videos on the Revelations, and what it was saying, from what I gathered, was that the heavens will open up and angels will come down and speak to us. So unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom. So to me, this is, we will get answers. The heavens will open up. I mean, I hope that's true. I hope this world changes soon, because we can't have any more sacrificial lambs. Not anymore. So if the gun people don't want to stop selling guns, maybe they can do what I said. Not that anyone watches this, but go to the schools, go to the homes, start there. God bless, take care, be safe out there, everybody. Hold your children close. Bye-bye.